It's okay. How are you?
Not too bad. Want to talk to me about what's been going on?
Sure. I mean, lately the biggest thing I've just been doing is like planning on moving out. That's pretty big, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Why have you been debating that?
Just issues with my mom, strain in my relationship, and like just feel like it's the best thing for me.
Can you explain a little more?
Yeah, my mom and me don't get along that well. I love her and everything, but she's just annoying, really annoying, and we always scream at each other, which I'm screaming at my mom makes me in a bad mood, and then I take it out on my boyfriend, and then whenever I'm home now it's this constant bad moods, and it puts a strain on my relationship, so I figured it'd be easier just maybe move out. Maybe it's time to move out and look for a new place without my mom.
Okay, so you said that your mom is annoying and that you fight and she screams at you. Can you give me an example? What do you mean she's annoying?
Like, she comes downstairs and we only have a little small room with, like, for everything. It's an open room we just use as our entertainment, study, living room, bedroom.
Okay.
And she'll come down, not even knock, and then she'll just yell at me about the garbage in the house that's hers, or how messy things are, or literally anything with no notice, and there's no privacy, and she just doesn't respect me.
Okay, so I'm hearing that there are a lot of things in your current living environment that are causing you a lot of stress.
Yes.
Okay, and because of all that, you want to move out and find your own place.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's say you do that. You find a new place and you move out. What is the best case scenario?
Best case scenario is find a place, move out, and actually able to afford it, and not as upset and angry at everything. That would be nice. Okay. And I mean, a real kitchen would be lovely.
All right, and on the flip side, what's the worst case scenario?
I stay home with my mother.
And why would that be the worst case scenario?
I guess it wouldn't. I guess being homeless would be the worst case, but staying home with my mother is pretty bad because, then I'm just going to be angry all the time. It'll put a huge strain on my relationship, like it already has, and I don't know what will happen from that point. Like, John's been wanting to move out, and I don't want him to go back with his parents, but he also doesn't like the lack of privacy and how close everything is together in our house, in our little basement room.
Yeah, that can definitely be stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me an example of how it's putting strain on your relationship?
Yeah, just when I'm angry and we're in the same room, I play my video games 10 feet, if that, away from him when he's playing YouTube on his TV and won't turn it down, and I have to turn my stuff up louder, and then we end up yelling at each other about it constantly, 24 hours a day, every day.
Okay, so
It causes arguments.
I'm gathering that you have a lack of personal space, and the fact that you are always together is putting some strain on the relationship.
Definitely. Everyone needs a little bit of alone time, and when you share a house with 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 children, a mother, and then your boyfriend, you don't have personal space, you don't have privacy. It's hard.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. So from the way that you've been talking, it sounds like you have 2 different options. You can move out or you can stay home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there a secret third option in there?
Aside from being homeless, I mean, I've been working with my mom, maybe thinking, 'cause she wants me to stay home with her to help her with my sisters.
Okay.
And being there for them when she's at work overnight. Is my mom buying a bigger house with an actual basement apartment, and I will pay her rent, so that way she can afford a bigger house.
Okay.
Which is another option, but again, it's still that thing of still with my mom, which gives me a little bit of reservation for that one.
Okay. So let's say that you do stay with your mom. Is there anything that you can do to get more privacy or get some privacy back?
Moving into a new house and having a lock on my door to my basement apartment would be very nice.
Okay.
Or just having, a bedroom And then a living room would just have, with doors in between would be nice.
So that you can have some alone time.
Yeah, if I needed, like, my boyfriend could go in the bedroom on his laptop, have his desk in there, and I could play my video games on the TV and just relax and not have anyone yelling at me about the volume.
Okay. So then let's focus on, let's say you do move out. Let's focus on the pros and cons of that. So you move out, what are some things that you have to worry about now?
Worry about definitely financially, if we can afford it. John has weird hours. I don't know if I'll always, like, I've never moved out on my own, so I don't know how it is, like, affording and how much hydro usually is in electricity, and depending on where we go, like, is it dog friendly, and all the things that I'm not going to see right now that they'll come up later when I move, because it's my first time. I don't know any of it, so it's I kind of have some reservations there. That's all new to me, and I'm not sure if I'm fully equipped to be able to move out.
Okay. So there's a little bit of anxiety.
Definitely.
Okay. But it all sounds pretty manageable. Is that okay to say?
Maybe with a little guidance and help,
yeah,
or something. Yeah, I guess it's manageable.
Okay. And then flip side, what are the pros if you move out on your own?
I have my own place, my own space. I can do whatever I want. I can walk from my bathroom to my room without worrying about people seeing me. I'll have a kitchen of my own. That'll be great.
Okay. And then quickly back to, let's say you stay at home. The cons of staying at home are you're still with your mom and there's strain on the relationship and lack of privacy. Are there any pros to staying at home?
It's definitely cheaper. I would still be paying her rent, but way less than I would on my own. I don't have to worry about hydro and utilities. And the rent is, if for some reason I got sick, like I did last week, and I ended up having no hours and I couldn't pay the rent, I'm not going to get in trouble. My mom would understand and be able to be like, hey, it's fine, pay me on your next pay for this rent, or give me part of the rent for this month, and we'll just call it even there.
Okay.
So it's a little more helpful for that, and then moving on my own, I'm entirely on my own, but with my mom, I'm not.
Okay. So let's say pros of moving out: you have your own space, you have some privacy, your mom's not there.
Yes.
Less strain on the relationship, more privacy, all that kind of stuff. And then cons are you have all these new things that you need to worry about, like financially and, well, yeah. And then you stay at home. Cons are you're still with your mother, you have no privacy and there's stress, but pros are it's cheaper and more understandable.
Yes.
Okay. Which of those two options sounds better to you? Taking in all the pros and the cons of both, which one sounds more like what you want to do?
Being idealistic, my own place. Being realistic, probably more staying with my mom for at least another year until I can get money sorted out and get John accumulated to saving and stuff like that, and financially getting ready for it.
Okay. So if that's the more realistic option, then how can we improve the situation that you're currently in?
By doing that and moving out to a new house.
Okay, so if we're by moving out into a house, like, with your mom?
Yes.
Okay. So before that happens, can you do anything, like, right now that can improve your situation a little bit?
Try and make my mom see that she's driving me out, and maybe try and work on the issues we have. If she'll eventually listen without screaming, it would be nice.
Okay.
That's definitely something I could do, if she could do.
Okay. Anything else that you can do?
No, that I can think of.
Is there a way that you can put a lock on your door that you have now?
I don't have a door.
Like to the basement?
No, because it's a laundry room. She needs to be able to do her laundry and have clothes. So really, there's not much I can do to improve it. I could maybe talk to her, maybe finally convince John to wear headphones every once in a while, considering he goes on a computer and I go on a TV.
Okay.
That's some small things we could do to improve it until time comes we can finally move and go into a different direction with it.
Okay. So, let's talk a week's time. What can you do in that week to improve your current situation?
Talk to my mom, talk to John, maybe talk to her about not coming downstairs without knocking.
Okay.
that might be something. Or even if we can install a lock there, and she can just give me a text when she needs to use the laundry room, and she can unlock it from upstairs and come down or something. And it'll just give us more privacy.
Okay.
Install a door instead of curtains to our room.
Okay. That sounds like all good options.
Yeah.
Do you feel a little bit more sorted out?
A little, yeah, actually.
Yeah?
It gives me more of a direction and what I could do for the time being to make things manageable, so that's good.
Good. Okay. Well, thanks for talking to me.
You're welcome.
Okay, you have a good day.
You too.